It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Falcons and the Vulcans. Looking forward to this matchup, and it's next on MLB Network. Benjamin Sanders will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Into the box, Rodney Myers, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Talk about being caught off guard. You won't see that but once a year. First pitch of the game, and he bunts for a knock, and now they have to deal with him on the base pass.
Stepping in now, Steve Rice drives it out to deep right center field. Gobak is there, and he has it for the first out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Dero, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
He's set, and the pitch. Mason Payne is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Fellas, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. And you know what, Dero? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. They'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
Myers leads off first with one away. Popped him up. Ross waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting fourth, the catcher, John O'Neill.
Stepping into the box, John O'Neill, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one. Pitch out, nothing doing. Two-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Jeffrey Bellamy would be next. Throw over to the bag, runner back standing. The 3-1. 3-2 full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Novak is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Theo Rice, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Leading off.
Stepping in, Brian Ryu. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. So, guys, our visitors, as they take the field following a scoreless top half, they've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, D-Row, to get a sweep, a 3-game sweep on the road. They've won the first 2, looking to put a bow on this one here.
Yeah, to win 3 on the road, Dan, significantly difficult in today's.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. He's up with it. The throw. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. And this will go down as an E5, as you can see the exasperation on his face. First offering on its way. Strike called. Now the throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
0-1, here it comes. And he fouls this one off. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. And this pitch is swung on and missed. And the AL's leading hitter is set down on strikes. 2 away. Striding in, Eric Rowe. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. Chopper to short. He's got it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Jeffrey Bellamy. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
In now, Bruce Sanders, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
That is 7, the right fielder, number 54.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And guys, I want to focus on the guy on the mound because he brings gold to the party, and I can't say enough how crisp and how effective a defense plays when the pitcher can field his position. There's nothing better than a pitcher who can help himself in the field.
So now to the plate, Blake Hamby. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll check in here with an average of .325, 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Line to the right side. But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. Now at the plate, Ellis Means comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. First pitch on its way. Fouled away. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. No score here as we play inning number 2. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
A pause and the 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Next will be the designated hitter, Curly G, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
Fouled off. The 1-2 locks him up for strike 3. Now at the plate, Frank Rizzuto. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's 1 for 5. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Line drive to left. But this will hang up just a bit as it's taken in chest high for a tough second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Mickey Walker is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. Bottom of the second here with no score. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. And we are tied. Digging in, Judd, and he'll start out their half of the 3rd. Top of the order to follow. First offering on its way.
At the ball. Count 1-0.
Hit to short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Digging in to try it again, Rodney Mize will swing it from the left side right here. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Mize has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Now a fastball off the plate away. Ball and a strike. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Superbone is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Striding forward now is the DH, Steve Rice. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Now the pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Bottom of the third now. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Dino Inoa. Here comes the first pitch. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. And with that, we give you a look here at the standings entering play in the AL Central. Into the box now, Denny Ross. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch.
Nope, up there.
Now the 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he fouls this one off. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Standing in now, Brian Ryu, as he hits one on a line to left field. Bellamy is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Mason Payne. The pitch. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Line to the right side, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box now, Jeffrey Bellamy. And he puts it on the ground to second. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. At the plate, Abdul Gobak. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now. And this will be fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. Into the box now, Cade Superbone comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitches a cold strike. The throw not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. A runner at second, nobody out. Called strike 0-2. Looking at his career totals, Superbone is exactly a .260 hitter. And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now in the box, Eric Rowe. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Takes this the other way to right. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. Throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now. Working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
At the plate now, Curly G, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit on the ground to third. And that's the second out.
Catcher number 4, Frank Rizzuto.
At the plate, Frank Rizzuto comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. We played 4. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Leading off the inning, Bruce Sanders, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Bruce Sanders.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Little chopper back to the mound. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. Ready for another chance, Blake Hamby. First offering on its way. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
It's no wonder this guy's pitch count is so low. If they keep swinging on the first pitch, he's got a real chance to go deep into this one.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the 7th fielder, Ellis Means.
Now at the plate, Ellis Means. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single.
Now batting, number 22.
Into the box, Judd, and he hits it hard to the right side. Scooped up, they'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Mickey Walker. Fastball just misses, that's ball one. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Dino Inoa comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Runs up and gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow!
The first baseman.
Digging in, Denny Ross. First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Rodney Myers. And he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. They just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Line drive to center field. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
I suppose this is why you usually have the best defensive outfielder in center field. He got a good read on it, charges in hard, and made a fabulous grab. Look for that one to make the highlight reels later on.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Liner in there for a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
To the plate now, Mason Payne, as he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
In now, John O'Neill. Hit back toward the mound. Reined in. There's one. Throw to first is going to be offline, so they just get the one on the play.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got the force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
Digging in, Jeffrey Bellamy, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Now batting, third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Stepping in now, Bruce Sanders, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. No hits to this point. Looped out toward third, but little trouble handling this one down there at third, as that will end the inning. So now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Brian Ryu. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. wind up and the 0-1. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, number 8.
Stepping in, Abdul Gobak. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 1 out, nobody on. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. The 2-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board. So both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
At the plate, Cade Superbone. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Standing in, Blake Hamby. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
A ball and a strike. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out.
The center fielder.
Now batting, Ellis Means. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Smoke on the ground left side. And into left field for a 1-out hit.
Boy, not the way you'd like to go off an 0-2 pitch, D-roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
So now to the plate, Judd. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, Rodney Myers. Runner in scoring position with Sudan. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's inside.
Ready with the 1-0. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Softly hit toward the hole. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Eric Rowe. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Man, they've really had his numbers so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Curly G. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's full 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Bellamy is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. In now, Frank Rizzuto. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1. Strike 2 swinging.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Lou Miles has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th, and standing in is the DH, Steve Rice. First pitch of the at-bat. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Hit back up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning. Game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
Into the box, Mason Payne. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he falls behind now, 2-0. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1.
That's evidence of a pitcher-catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
The 2-1 home. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. As a look, now the pitch. Line towards center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is, without question, nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do so. They have so many options at their disposal right now.
Into the box now, John O'Neill. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 0-1 pitch. Now a curveball misses inside. Hit hard on the ground towards second. To second for 1. On to first. The double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Here comes the first pitch. Jeffrey Bellamy swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, what a job right here to put yourself in position to get out of this one after giving up back-to-back singles to the first 2 batters.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Strike 3, and the potential go-ahead run left on base. So they pick up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half. Stepping into the box, Mickey Walker. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Here now the 2-2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at-bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
When you're this deep into a start, it can be really exhausting and annoying when a hitter makes you work as hard as he did right there. He got the strikeout, that's great, but he's probably thinking, get that guy out of here.
Brian Stokes will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something. Now here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout, and he's going to make a move as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Certainly did his job here this afternoon, but he'll have nothing to show for it as he'll be credited with a no decision. Cedric Morrow answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. Out in front of it, strike 1. One out, nobody on. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line, and he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Hey, Matty V, you know when you've got really good stuff, you look down at that strikeout total. Double-digit strikeouts in this one. He had swing and miss stuff right from the beginning.
Denny Ross stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Count even now at 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. Popped up. Kane in foul ground. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces. Hugh Grace is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. So digging in now, Bruce Sanders. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, number 54.
So striding in, Blake Hamby. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one.
I'm sure the boys are going to blow him up in the clubhouse for that ugly swing right here. But he has a chance to regroup. Take a deep breath, take a step out of the box, and know you got a few to play with.
And he struck him out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
And now a pitch on the way. Into the wind, the 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Up with it, Rizzuto, and that ends the inning. Now to the plate, Brian Ryu. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. No balls and 1 strike. Comes set with the 0-1. Line drive to left. And it's a base hit. So there you go. The potential winning run aboard to start off the home half of the ninth. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty V, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on him because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
So coming to the plate, Cade, Superbone. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Now the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate now, Eric Rowe will swing and lift the ball fouled off to the left and out of play. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Coming to the plate now, Judd, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better.
Throw to first gets him. 1 out here to lead off the 10th.
Now back, second baseman, Rodney Mize.
Standing in, Rodney Mize. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch of the at-bat.
Outside, that's a ball.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Gobak is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now back, designated hitter, Steve Rice.
So striding forward now, Steve Rice. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
Leading off for the Vultures, the designated hitter, Curly
Billy Gant comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
No strikes.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in. Jam. Sandwich.
1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Drives it out to deep right center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Catcher number 4, Frank Rizzuto.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Frank Rizzuto. Here comes the first pitch. This year against right-handed pitching, Rizzuto is exactly a 1-for-3 hitter. That means a .333 batting average.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
Mickey Walker.
Standing in now, Mickey Walker fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Loud contact there, but it's well fouled.
He was absolutely all over that fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning, and we'll have to cancel those dinner reservations, partner. 11th inning coming up, all tied at 1-1. Sammy Cox takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
Sammy Cox.
Striding into the box, Mason Payne. He singled his last time up.
Mason Payne.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard towards center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So the leadoff man reaches base safely here in extra innings.
Hey, Dan, obviously good game plan by the offensive team. Bunch of knocks, but they can't seem to get any runs going.
Boy, I'd say as a pitcher, Dero, you're always trying to minimize the damage. Lots of traffic, but so far, very little to show for. You wonder how much longer he can keep this up.
Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead runs in scoring position now with still nobody out.
The left fielder, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Kevin Root will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 15, Kevin Root.
Stepping in now, Jeffrey Bellamy. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gauback is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Here's the first pitch. On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Ground ball left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only one away.
Hey, that's nice execution right there. Swung through the first slider, got it again, stayed tall, kept his hands back, didn't try and do too much, and delivered a nice base hit.
In now, Blake Hamby, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. The 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Bases are loaded here, one man out. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Swing and a fly ball, but shallow. And that's not going to do it. And that'll bring home the runner from third to make this a 2-1 ball game.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's what makes you feel really good about yourself.
Dudley Best is called upon to pitch. Really. At the plate, Ellis Means as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Grace has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner.
The batter, number 22.
At the plate, Judd. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 4 base hits. No errors, and 3 men left stranded. One last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th now. The Sandlot is out in front 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now.
Leading off the inning, Hugh Grace, and they'll need him to get something going here. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Denny Ross stands in as he looks at a called strike. 1 out, nobody on. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Swinging a soft liner, and an easy play out there as this is taken for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 19, second baseman,
Brent Means gets the call from the pen, and they've saved him for the 11th as he'll try and take this one home. First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face,
But this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Billy Gant gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious visiting team, 2 runs on 14 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. For the home team, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, the finale of this quick two-game series between the Roadrunners and the Blazers. Jorge Campos, the Brazilian-born pitcher, is on the mound to start here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Howard Urban is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Howard Urban.
Now in the box, John Joyner. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Roadrunners, the second baseman, John.
First pitch on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, D-Row, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Down the line and fair. That's a hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with a runner in scoring position, one batter into the game.
So now to the plate, David Meredith, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Campos isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And it misses. 3-1 now.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, and I think that got him in the foot. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. James Ray comes in unexpectedly from the pen in relief of his injured teammate.
Ray. Batting third, the first baseman.
To the plate now, Brooks McKay, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Liner in there for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, D-Roll. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall behind and may potentially lose the first 2 games of this set.
Without question, Dan. Offensively, you're just trying to grind it out. Give your team a chance. Give the pitcher a chance to relax a little bit. Even the series up, hopefully, and fight it out tomorrow.
Standing in now, Basil Lowry, as he'll take a look at ball 1. That average pushing up near 350 now. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs. Ball 2 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. Meredith rounds third and is digging for the plate, and he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 2.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Roll, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, and when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Into the box now, Julius Grady pulled high in the air out to left field. Dizzy is there, and he makes the catch for the out. The tag, and they got him at third. It's a double play.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Brent Hughes.
Into the box for his first at-bat in this one, Brent Hughes. And he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now. From the belt, the pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
And he'll dive back in safely. Lowry leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And there's ball 2 now. Throw over to first and a dive, but he's back. Hit in the air out to right. Ruben is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Roadrunners are out in front 2-0. Tim McKee, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Standing in, Scott Jordan. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman.
Now here it comes.
Jordan.
Fellas, you look at these guys with a first inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games, they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
And he fouls this one off. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw on to first. In time. 1 away.
Batting second. No left fielder. Nori Dizzy.
Now at the plate, Nori Dizzy. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Hot shot down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Dizzy, originally from Japan, of course. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
I know you have to have teammates on base to drive runs in, but this guy has had a knack all year of coming through with clutch hits at the right time to put his team on top or come back in some big games. He leads the team in RBIs as he approaches the final push towards free agency.
Another one sent foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Nope.
Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Count is 1 and 2.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Digging in now, Mad Dog Jackson. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ball 1. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Now a throw over. Runner back safely. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Popped him up. McKay is under it. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting 4th. The right fielder, Howard Urban.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Howard Urban. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Has a look, now the pitch. A runner on first with 2 away. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Goes after the sinker there as this is fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery. Hard hit ball to second. Reined in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Tom Magruder. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ready with the 0-1. Fouled away. A pause and the 0-2.
Ball.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting it, the shortstop, David Frenzel.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Into the box, David Frenzel. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. 268 the average for him coming in. 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Now the 1-0 to short. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting out, the pitcher, Tim McKee.
So here now's the pitcher, Tim McKee, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Settling in now, Mike Mendez. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. Ball 2. McKee playing here in his age 31 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
That one's in there, 3-1.
If he's able to dot that sinker down and away and execute that pitch all day, you're going to see a lot of weak contact, and the infield defense is going to be on its toes.
Full count, 3-2. Here's the pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. They'll throw down to first, 1 away. Ready now, Samuel Rincon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. One out, nobody on. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. One and two now as that one's fouled off. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. At the plate now, Colt Snow. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 4 home runs and 21 driven in. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back in standing. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. Runners on first with 1 down. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. The 2-2.
Count is 3-2.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
Here's the 3-2. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Into the box, J.D. Eastman. From the belt, the pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0. Eastman has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Riding in once again, John Joyner. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Here it comes, 1-0. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race.
Third base, David Meredith.
Digging in the switch hitter, David Meredith. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
More of a comfortable side from the left side. Puts the ball in play. More of a contact hitter from the left side. Might have grown up being a natural left-handed hitter.
Oh, that's
Too high, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
1 out, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So that's now 2 hits for him here today as he finds the hole into right. And his total currently best on the ball club through these first 6 or so weeks of the young season. In now, Brooks McKay, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A 1-0 delivery.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Runner at first here, one man out. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Basil Lowry. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
On to the pitcher covering at first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Roadrunners lead it 2-0. Bottom of the inning now, and next will be the pitcher, James Ray. And the pitch. And he takes ball 1. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
Now the pitch.
That's ball 3.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Here it is on 3-0. And that misses as well. It's ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to the pitcher leading off the inning. Wow.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Scott Jordan. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Jordan, originally from the state of Alabama, he's playing second base today, but by trade he's most often considered a third baseman. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Oh, and he takes his eye off it here, and it goes right past him.
Wow, this manager must be pulling his hair out. Not only does he have to deal with this pitcher walking people, now he's got to deal with his defense tripping all over themselves.
Coming to the plate now, Nori Dizzy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1. A couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game.
Now back, first baseman.
Stepping into the box, Mad Dog Jackson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. from the stretch.
Ball one.
One out and a runner on third. That evens it up 1-1. Down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score.
Now batting, right fielder.
Good job there to put the ball on the ground and pick up the tying run. This one has the makings of being a close game until the very end.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Howard Rubin, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, this isn't his more accomplished side. As a general rule, he's a much better hitter from the right side, but they're looking for him to come through here, swinging the bat left-handed.
No balls and a strike to count. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. Rubin was born in Maryland. This is his 16th season at the major league level, and obviously that alone reflects the incredible career he's put together.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
2 out, nobody on. Tried to get him with the cutter, but it's a full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So they wind up with a couple of gift runs here on no hits as the runs were pretty much handed to them. On now to the top of inning number 4. And we are tied 2-2. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Julius Grady. Here's the first pitch to him. Comes set, and the 0-1. Is taken for ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll reach first safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher. And there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Hard hit ball to short, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is without question nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do so. They have so many options at their disposal right now.
To the plate now, Tom Magruder as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
There's a curveball, but it misses well out of the zone.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. First and second here with nobody out. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Shoots this one over to first. One there. On to first, and they get the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Base is empty now after the double play. And stepping in is the veteran shortstop, David Trinfel. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Men on third with 2 down. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The set and the 2-2. Slow little roller to third. He's got it. Throw in time and the side is retired. Striding in, Mike Mendez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Mendez.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive, base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Stepping in now, Samuel Rincon, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Nope, that's down.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. 2-2 is our score. Leadoff man aboard at first here with nobody out. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. And he makes the catch in the corner.
Now batter. Shortstop, Coach. No.
Stepping in, Colt Snow. He drew a walk his first time up. He's set and the pitch.
Count 1-0.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Grady is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the center fielder, J.D. Eastman.
Now at the plate, J.D. Eastman. First offering on its way. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
2 out with the man at first. To third. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Tim McKee.
The pitcher, Tim McKee.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, that's pitch out.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
Here it comes, 1-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 1-1 home is strike 2 swinging.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Into the box now, John Joyner, as it's grounded sharply to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, David Meredith.
Digging in and looking for more, David Meredith. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's wide, 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
Now the 3-0 offering is looked at for the first strike.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I lole the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive base hit.
The left fielder, number 3, Basil Lowry.
Standing in now, Basil Lowry, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 offering. Hard hit ball to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Alejandro Rosas will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Alejandro Rosas.
Hit on the ground out for short. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
The batter, the second baseman, Scott Jordan.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Scott Jordan. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Now a flare out toward right center. Joyner takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Nori Dizzy.
Digging in once again, Nori Dizzy earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First delivery to him on the way. Drilled right back up the middle. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in. The 0-1. Got him reaching there. Strike two.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Mike Diaz takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Mike Diaz.
Ready once again, Julius Grady.
The right fielder, Julius Grady.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
In for a strike. It's 1-1. Fouled off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
So now to the plate, Brent Hughes. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Tom Magruder.
Ready for another shot now. Tom Magruder. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. The throw's a low one, and he can't make the scoop at first as it's in and out of the glove.
No question that he's going to be docked for a throwing error there. Looked like the first baseman couldn't decide which way to turn the glove, and by the time he decided, it was too late. Runner on board with the error.
Now at the plate, David Trinfel. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Sean Mercer enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Sean Mercer.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Howard Urban. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
Hit out towards second. Reined in. And that's the first out.
And this is not an easy play when you have to raise to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Digging in, Mike Mendez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box, Samuel Rincon. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. And it's fouled away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hughes is right there as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Raymond Buxton is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. First pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. That's 1-0. 1-1.
It counts 1-1.
And that misses. 2-1. Just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Ready with another 2-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Into the box now, John Joyner. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball well outside. The 1-0. This is pulled into right. And that is down for extra bases. And with nobody out, we'll see if they want to wave that go-ahead run home. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Digging in to try it again, David Meredith. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
Chopper foul. None out. Runners at first and second. 2-1. The 2-1. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one on to first to complete the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Into the box now, Brooks McKay. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
He's having a great day at the dish. His timing is spot on. His pitching staff's going to have to find a different way of attacking him.
The set and the 1-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. This one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. And we are tied 2-2. Dean Ma gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. At the plate, Colt Snow comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball one, no strike.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And he lays off ball four. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
J.D. Eastman.
At the plate, J.D. Eastman 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Here comes the first pitch. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Francisco Barreto will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Francisco Barreto.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Hard hit ball to second. He's got it. And there's out number 2.
Now back, second baseman, Scott Jordan.
Now at the plate, Scott Jordan. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First pitch on its way. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Hard on the ground toward short. Scooped up. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, we've been treated to a neck-and-neck game so far, and the last thing anybody wants is for a misplayed ball to be the difference. But that's where we're at right now as the error leads to the go-ahead run.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Nori Dizzy. First pitch of the at-bat. That's a strike to throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, the pitch.
Ball, 1 strike.
2 out here and a runner at second. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Magruder is after it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So 1 run on no base hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. 8th inning coming up. Portland is on top 3-2. Michael Robinson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Robinson.
New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the switch-hitting outfielder, Basil Lowry.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Now here it comes. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 2-2. Swing and a ball line hard towards short. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Super play right there from the shortstop. Talk about showing off those hops. This was destined to be a base hit into the outfield.
Digging in, Julius Grady. First offering on its way. Sliced hard on the ground, and that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there.
Number 51, Ryan.
Quick check on that time run at first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Another look to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. At the plate, Brent Hughes. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Good and complete. Now running at second base, number 51, Ryan.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Runner breaks for third. Strike taken. The throw. And he nails him at third. Great throw.
Thought he might have a chance to get in there safely when he got a good jump from second, but that was a good throw and a good tag to cut him down.
The 1-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Russell is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Jason Murphy is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Mad Dog Jackson. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Line drive to center field. And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
First pitch on its way. Howard Urban is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Down and away, ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2. Hit to first. On to second, but it's a wide throw, and the shortstop can't recover. On to the shortstop at second, but it's thrown away.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
So it's second and third following the error, and set to go is the third baseman, Mike Mendez. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes this the other way to right, and that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
In now, Samuel Rincon, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the 1-0, and he fouls this one off. A runner at first with no outs here. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Full count now, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking up around the letters.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
Stepping in now, Colt Snow. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. In the dirt, and now let's see. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. 2 out, nobody on. Hard on the ground towards short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 error in the inning, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. The Blazers lead this one 5-2. Bob Melvin's going to make his way out for a conference at home plate, and it looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Killian Stewart comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the
Now
9th.
pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 26. Now playing shortstop and batting 9.
Ready for another chance. Tom Magruder, 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. Here's another 1-2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Here now the 2-2. Swung on but fouled off to the left. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you see there, he's sitting in 2nd place in the National League in that department. Digging in, David Trimfel. Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Fouled off.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dizzy is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
The pitcher, number 36. Russell.
Lee Johnson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Lee Johnson.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball one. Bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Throw on to first is in time to get him. And the Blazers have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
5-2 the final today. Portland jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Mike Diaz earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Killian Stewart earns the save out of the bullpen, his 16th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the visitors, 2 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 1 minute. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
pitches.